Good morning, everybody. Trish Palmer here from Palmer & Palmer Specialty Hypnosis Training. So how are we going today? It's freezing here in Mount Gambier again, but hey, that's winter for you, and that's where we are. So today I actually wanted to bring you episode 3 in our 25-part series, and this one is all about group sessions. And this one's all about group sessions and how to make them easy. I love running group sessions. I run them online. I run them across Australia. I run them locally. I absolutely love the energy and the vibe and everything that is happening when it comes to running a group session. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've got a product or a service, you can still run a group session of some sort. It's no different to running a party for Tupperware or something like that. But the thing is, when you're first starting out with your very first lot of group sessions, you can get really stressed out and overwhelmed by a little bit of work that it actually takes. And that's why I'm giving you some hints and tips today on how to run your first lot of group sessions. So, why do you even want to do a group session? Well, the best kicker of them all, and let's just be honest here, okay, no more stuffing around. It's a great way to make extra income without having extra time. You can have more people in the one area of time. Then when those people leave your sessions, they then start talking about your product. So rather than working one-on-one with someone to sell something and then one person goes off and starts advertising for you, you're now working with 5, 10, 20 people even, and then they will go off and radiate you even more. So it's a great way to make extra dollars without having extra time. You can also bring people together. I've run many group sessions and we've made friends all across the globe. So it's a really great way to bring people together that are either interested in the same products, really love your service, or are like-minded as well. It can also help you create a really good client base so people can return to you because you've created this little community, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh, I was talking to such and such the other day and I want to get some more of that stuff. So create a really great, strong client base. It can also lead to other business because when you're doing a group session, you can do an upsell. I hate the word upsell. I really do, because to me, I'm not upselling anything. What I'm doing is I'm actually offering a better product or a service for you to continue on your health and lifestyle journey. So I'm not really upselling anything. It's just that there's more stuff if you would like to know more. You can also be seen as an authority figure as well, because there's a lot of people that turn around and go, oh, I can't stand up and talk in front of a crowd. Well, if you've ever had a family luncheon or a barbecue or anything like that, or spoken to more than 1 or 2 people in the room, then you've already spoken in a crowd. So it's no different. So the best part about doing group sessions is you can be seen as an authority figure and someone to go to for more knowledge and power. And the last great point is that it's just awesome fun to do. The energy that you pick up and the feedback that you get really can drive you to keep doing more and more of this stuff because it just lifts you up. All of a sudden, you realize what you have inside is helping other people. Don't keep that hidden. Don't be selfish about it. Spread it, share it, enjoy it. So I'm going to give you some hints and tips. So grab a pen and paper. There's heaps of stuff going on. So please grab that pen and paper. My full course for the group sessions is available with the link below. So just go and click that after I've done this session. If you want it, I'll also be offering you a discount at the end of this slideshow. Okay, so at the end of this session, look out for the discount code because you can get it for 45% off. Okay, so my full course is available online, but this is just some hints and tips to get you started. Okay, but wait, hang on. We have a mentoring program starting out. How awesome is that? We actually have so many people that have been calling us, booking in, scheduling, and jumping onto our mentoring program that I've just been blown away. It's like so awesome that we can help so many people. Now, when I'm talking about mentoring, we're not talking about your common life coaching sort of stuff. We're talking about technology stuff, okay? So if you want help with getting your product online, how to set up your emails and things like that, then we can help you with that. We're also going to be doing some hypnosis brainstorming each month, so you can all jump in as a group and then talk to each other. Where am I going wrong? How do I fix this? What other techniques can I learn? We're also going to have a monthly healing session that you can come along to, because even as a therapist myself, I need help sometimes. I need all that baggage helped with that out of my head. And that's what we're going to do if you're on the mentoring system. You'll also get a free script and recording each month so you can help build your library so that you can help more and more people. Because, hey, I know that there's heaps of hypnotherapists out there that are like, you shouldn't use scripts. But we all get tired. They've got their scripts that they use as well. It's just that they've taken the time to memorize them, and they usually only memorize 2 or 3 of them and just keep going back to the same old ones. So to me, it's kind of like working at McDonald's. It's very repetitive and kind of boring. So yeah, so we'll give you a free script and a free recording each month. You'll also have access to all of our online training. So even if you're not a hypnotherapist and you're watching this video, you can actually have access to all of our hypnotherapy training. And if you don't want to be a hypnotherapist, then don't. Just jump onto it for the technology side. We have people on board where you can just learn the technology side, how to get your email list up and running, how to make videos like this so that you can get yourself on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, Instagram, whatever you want to do. So you can also have access to all of our webinars, because we like to keep people up to date with rules and regulations and things like that. We'll have a secret Facebook page that you can jump on. You can ask us questions, because there's nothing worse than getting on a mentoring program and say you want a little bit of extra help, and you ring up your mentor and you're like, look, dude, I need some extra help with this. And all of a sudden they're like, yep, nah, you got to pay this much for it, or that's not part of your program. Like, that's a real bummer when that happens, where we will have a secret Facebook page where you can access us and talk to us. We'll also give you access to all of our business templates and PDFs, because when you are starting out, it's actually really hard to get copies of this stuff so that you can get some inspiration to make your own. We will show you how to do your social media, create graphics. It just goes on and on and on. We're going to help you so much. The best part about the mentoring series also is that it's membership based. So you just jump on with your membership, and as while your membership is valid, you can just do whatever you want in there. So it's a great sandbox resource library. You learn what you want, you jump in and out, and off you go. So if you want more information about that, click on the link below. Please book a 30-minute consultation with myself and my partner so that we can have a chat and see if the mentoring's right for you. All right, let's get on with today's session. So, group sessions. In the beginning, got your pen and paper, write it all out. So in the beginning, you need to write out an itinerary and be unique. Don't go for the same old flim-flammy kind of stuff. If you want to be different, then be different. There is nothing wrong with that. And don't compare yourself to others. I did that for so long, and I actually lost why it was that I was doing something. So write out your itinerary, write out your idea from your head onto paper, and be unique about it, okay? Because that's what people are looking for these days. They're looking for a unique experience. We don't want to go to the pub and just get a plain old chicken palmy anymore. We want more to go with it, and that's where your value will come in. People will really go, wow, she is fantastic. He is phenomenal, because you are unique. Now, when I say unique, I don't mean different, because it's easy to be different. Anyone can be different. I mean, I can be sitting here picking my nose right now, and hey, I'm being different. But is that really unique? To be unique, okay? And you can learn about how to be unique in the group sessions that rock course. Also, when you give away your freebies, are your freebies engaging? I don't know how many courses I've done and I've gotten something crappy like a squishy ball or a smiley face magnet or something like that. Make sure that your freebies are actually engaging. Give them a sample of your product. Give them something worthwhile. Pens are fantastic. But key rings, to me, at the end of the day, do I really need another key ring? Like, seriously, I've got enough baggage to carry around as it is without carrying that around too. Do we really need more magnets? Do we really need more notepads and squishy balls? Like, how many times have you actually kept those toys that you get out of the Christmas crackers? Like, do you really need another miniature sewing kit? Really? Are your freebies engaging? Give away something for free that's engaging. And if you're running a group session like I am, I have no qualms whatsoever of spending $5 to $10 on each person for that freebie, because they're worth it. They have invested in my knowledge and what it is that I'm doing. So anywhere around the $5 to $10 mark, you can get some really great stuff where people can remember and they will love it. Also, ensure that you have enough time for people when you're doing your group session. Because people like to tell stories and they like to ask questions. So be engaging when it comes to your time frames. If you think that your session is only going to last for 45 minutes, allow it to go for an hour and a half. Because if you finish early, that's great. You finish early. But if you're running a little bit late because you're telling some stories, people asking lots of questions, then you've still got that extra time there and you're not getting in a fluff. So make sure you have enough time. I always add a 30-minute buffer to all of my appointments and all of my group sessions. Also, this is one that's really great. So get excited about being nervous. Those butterflies in your stomach are not nerves from anxiety or any of that sort of stuff, okay? These are nerves of excitement because you're about to do something. Even I still get up on stage after all these years and I have shaky knees for the first 10 minutes. It takes a little while to get to know what your audience is talking about. You know your stuff. Just get it out there. It's okay to make mistakes, but get excited about being nervous about doing this, okay? Also, have tea, coffee, and water and a small snack available. When you have your tea, coffee, and water, don't be a scab. Like, really, don't be a scab. I've been to those conferences where they've gotten you the Subway sandwiches or the 99-cent biscuits and stuff like that. Don't be a scab. Honestly, what I did was I went to the local bakery and I asked them if they could make me some cookies, and if they give me a discount, I'll advertise them in my group session. So it was a win-win situation, and I have these great biscuits for all of my clients. They absolutely love them, and it also advertises our local bakery here. So invest a little bit of money. It's okay. When you're first starting, you've got to invest before you can make profits. So go a little bit more classy, and that's part of you being unique, okay? Also, in the beginning, have all your criteria ready to go. I understand. I've been to the conferences where they've forgotten a piece of paper. I mean, I've done it myself. I've given my own students some information packs and then one piece of paper was missing. But the point is that it was all ready to go. I didn't have people rocking up and then I was going, oh no, I've got to photocopy this or I forgot to do that. I have my entire criteria ready to go. And in the group session that rocked course, it'll actually give you templates and PDFs of all the criteria that you need and how to make sure you've got it ready to go. So you don't get yourself into a fluster, because there's nothing worse than running a group session and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I forgot this major component, okay? So make sure you've got all your criteria ready to go. So when you get into the session, when I first started, I limited my first lot of sessions to 5 to 10 people. Honestly, when you're first starting, I recommend just 5 people, because 5 people can still feel intimidating. So just start out small and grow from there. It doesn't matter if you decide to do a group session each month and then just add on one each month. You will grow. We're actually at a stage now where we cap some of our events, but then we have other people coming in and saying, look, I really want to come, and we've had to open up more tickets based on the room and whether we can cater for that amount of people. When you also have a smaller group, like 5 to 10 people, it's more nurturing and people will learn more efficiently. I've been to those sessions where there's been 20, 50, 100 people in the room, and you really don't absorb all the information because you've got too many distractions from other people. So when you first start out, start with 5 to 10 people and try and keep it within those loops. People learn better, they absorb the criteria more, and you get better rapport and prestige. Also, know your content and have cues to keep you on track. No different to this video I'm doing right now. These little points are cues to keep me on track. So know your content and also know where your cues are. It's so easy to get distracted and off topic. You'll get someone that's like, oh, I've been there. I've said my mum did this. And all of a sudden you're talking about your mum and they're talking about their mum. And then you stand there going, oh shit, I've lost my place. Okay, so make sure you know your content and you have your cues in place to keep you on track. This has nothing to do with your clients. This is about keeping you on track, keeping yourself in a structure and in a really great time frame. Make sure your room is neat and tidy as well. Look up. Do you have any cobwebs? Do you need to maybe get a duster out and dust that lampshade and things like that? Because your external environment is a replication of you. I have lost count of the amount of times I've been into an event and they've sorted out the room and I've walked in and I've gone, no, this environment is not good for learning, and I've rearranged the whole venue because I've needed the flowers in a better place. I've needed lighting in a better place. I've needed the learning criteria to be in a more nurturing environment rather than people sitting behind each other and things like that. So make sure that your room is neat and tidy and that your environment is really for a learning criteria, okay? Also, can everyone see you and engage with you? I personally like U-shapes when it comes to dealing with my criteria in my rooms because it's horrible. If you're sitting beside someone, you're like, me, because you feel like you get lost. I know when I play soccer, if I'm not in a position where there's space and people can see me, then when the opposition is attacking, that means that they visually think there's less people on the field. So what I do is I make sure I can always be seen. And the exact same thing goes in your group sessions and things like that. Can you be seen by everybody, and can everybody engage with you freely and openly? Also, will everyone be able to hear you clearly? A little known fact about me is I'm actually half deaf and I wear hearing aids. I've lost track of the amount of times I've gone somewhere and I've gone, can't hear anything. The audio's terrible. That person mumbles. The music's louder than the person. So can everybody hear you clearly? Make sure that they can. Ask them, can you hear my voice properly? Sometimes you have to project your voice a little bit louder. It's exhausting, but it is the way it goes. Make sure everybody can hear you clearly, because when people can't hear you, all of a sudden they'll start doing this. They'll get on their mobile phones, they'll get out a pen, they'll start doodling on a piece of paper, because all of a sudden they're not engaging and they've got to find something else to engage their brain. So make sure everybody can hear you clearly. Is your microphone working? Is your voice resonating properly? And can everybody engage with you? Now, Facebook. We all know that I absolutely love Facebook when it comes to having a business criteria. So Facebook Live is fantastic for when it comes to your group sessions. So get on it. People relate to people. Reality TV shows take up 80% of viewing time on TV these days, let alone what we watch on YouTube and stuff like that. We watch people play computer games. We watch people do silly stuff. We watch people doing vlogging and things like that. So reality TV is absolutely fascinating when you think about it. So get on Facebook Live. It's great to do a Facebook ad and stuff like that, but unless people see you and can relate to you, you're just another picture. So make sure you get on Facebook Live and then you engage with your clients. Hi, it's Trish. How are you today? I'd like you to contact me and talk to me. Get your phone out. Talk to people one-on-one. Also, whilst you're on Facebook Live, don't swizzle around, okay? It's something that actually kind of bugs me a lot, so it's more of a personal vendetta. But how many times have you seen somebody getting on Facebook Live and all of a sudden they feel the need to walk? It's like walking must charge their phone or something. Like, I don't understand it. Don't swizzle around, okay? Be productive. Move around if you want. Like, if you need to move, then by all means, move around. Don't swizzle. Some people, like, full-on swizzle. I don't get it. And if you're a swizzler, sit on a chair that doesn't swizzle, or put your phone up on something, like prop it up so that you can't swizzle around. So if you're a swizzler, I used to be a swizzler, I'm not anymore. If you're a swizzler, then make it so that you can't swizzle, okay? When it comes to doing your Facebook Lives as well, make sure you know your content. The ums, the ahs, make you look a bit unprofessional. It's okay to do it every now and again, but I've watched the videos where people are like, so today we're gonna talk about cats. And the types of cats that we're going to talk about are orange. So just practice a little bit with your content. If you've got an idea in your head and you've got your Facebook Live sitting there, it's like just take 20 seconds, 30 seconds out to go, right, today we're going to talk about cats and they're going to be orange ones. It doesn't matter if it doesn't come out exactly like that, but it will be more fluent and more with the flow. So have a bit of practice. When I do my bigger videos, I actually practice it to my cats because I want to know that I can get all my information out productively. Like I said, productively. I made a mistake then. I said but it's not really that big. I'm just not doing it all the time. Also, make sure your background is neat and tidy. This one is a doozy when you're doing Facebook Live. Make sure your background is neat and tidy because people will look at that and they will see it. They will judge you for it. So make sure your background is neat and tidy. It doesn't matter if you go out into the garden and just find a plant, just a small little area that looks absolutely fantastic and schmick on. You don't want your dishes in the background. You don't want your laundry in the background or things like that. I've done it myself, okay? It's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. To have a neat and tidy background. Don't get distracted from the point either. It's very, very easy to start talking to someone who's commenting and then go, oh, what were we talking about? So try and stay on par and on point. When I ask people to do comments and questions in my videos, I just say to them, look, can you just keep it relevant to the video? Anything else after that, just shoot me an inbox and we'll have a chat then. So also jump on live before, during and after your group sessions. So jump on just before you're doing your group session and turn around and like, hey, we're starting in 10 minutes. We've got 5 fabulous people that are doing this, and if you'd like to know more information, please shoot me a comment. Then during, whilst everybody's having their break, you can do a little bit of a Facebook Live. How are you enjoying the criteria, etc., etc. And then afterwards, send out a Facebook Live thanking everybody for such a great and wonderful time that you had. Really be genuine and get yourself out there. So your session is beginning. Start by greeting people as they come in. I like to be down to earth. I have done the big events and things like that and walked in, and the person that I'm wanting to see, to connect with, isn't even there. They really aren't. And I understand that they're popular people, but I've walked into those events where there's only been like 30 people there. It doesn't hurt to stand there and greet people as they come in. Be down to earth. Connect with them because that's what they want. Connect with your people. Create knowledge also when your session is beginning. Where is the toilets? Where can they smoke? What do you expect from them? Okay. So make sure that when you're doing your first part of your group session that you create knowledge. One of the first things I do when I go up on stage, I have a big whiteboard that turns around and says expectations. Trish does swear. Because I teach IBS workshops over Australia for hypnotherapists that want to become specialized in irritable bowel syndrome hypnosis. And I actually write on the board expectations. Trish will swear. I'm going to say the word shit. It happens. So that's what I do. I set up the expectations. I also tell them where the toilet is, where they can smoke, approximately what time we'll be having a break, because some people are a little bit edgy and they want to know when are we going on break. Show people where the refreshment station is as well, because people need permission. We've been taught that since we were little children that you need permission to ask for anything. So show them where the refreshment station is and tell them to help themselves. Also, do you have a mobile phone policy when you're beginning your session? I actually say to all of my clients, can we please take a few moments just now to turn off all of our phones? If you don't want to turn off your phone, please have it on silent, no vibrate, and place it face down on the table. The reason why I want it face down on the table is because if they pick it up whilst we're in session and start looking at it, I know that they're either not interested in the criteria or there's something else external going on that we need to talk about. Have an engagement policy as well. Some people get people to jump up and dance all over the room, and some people get them to introduce themselves. Have an engagement policy where people can start to break the ice between each other, because you're going to get a group of people that have never met each other, or maybe they sort of know of each other, and you need an engagement policy of some sort. I simply ask them to introduce themselves and what it is that they do so that the whole room can get to know them. And as your session continues, set up expectations to ensure that they are written down, because I have my expectation sheet on a whiteboard post-it note. So it's a huge post-it note. I write expectations, what's the criteria, what I'm going to do, what I expect of them, and things like that. And I actually put the post-it note on the wall so that everybody can see it. It actually goes on the back of the door so that if they're coming in and out, it's there and they can see it. Stay on track with your message and stick to the criteria. There's been quite a few times where I've had to speed up the criteria because I want to stay on track with the structure. And also mix it up. It's you, it's them, it's us, okay? You want to talk to every single person in that room at some stage, and you want them all to engage. You're always going to have that person that's like, oh, me, and they're always going to be talking or trying to talk out or tell you a story or something like that. Make sure you also engage with all of those other people, because you're going to have quiet people in the group and you're going to have noisy people in the group. Mix it up. Ask people to answer questions for you. That's a great way to get them to all talk, and then all of a sudden they're all like, oh wow, we do have the knowledge. This is great. So the future of your group sessions. What is your future sessions? What is your next part of the sessions? So I run group sessions and I do irritable bowel sessions. And once they've done that criteria, I then talk to them about maintenance for the IBS and how they may need maintenance. So what is your future service? Make sure it's engaging. You can get people to invest right there and then if you wish, or you can just ask, can I advertise or can I send you an email about our next lot of criterias and group sessions? Most people will say yes. I also say thank you, and I give them a small gift because I want to thank this person not only for investing in their own health, but also for investing in my expertise. Also, this is a big one. Be coachable and ask for feedback sandwiches. So your clients are actually going to be your best teachers because they're going to research their problems more than what you ever possibly could have, and in different avenues. So be coachable. If somebody says, have you tried this? And you can be honest and say, no, I haven't, but please tell me more about it. I'll write that down and I'll do some research. So be coachable. Do some research. Where did your people find out about you? Did they get you from your Facebook advertising? Did they find you in the local newspaper or something like that? Find out where they found out about you so that you know your advertising is working. Also, ask for testimonials, whether it be written or video. Obviously, video is preferred because people prefer to watch stuff, but at the end of the day, written can be just as good when it comes to your referrals, your testimonials. And also, referrals that work. When I work with clients, I ask them if they refer a friend, then their friend can get 10% off next time, because people want to help other people. And that's what I do. So I offer them, if you want to come back, you can have this course again for free, or you can refer a friend and they will get 10% off. So when we do the consulting for the group sessions and things like that, all of a sudden they're like, oh, blah, blah sent me. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. You get 10% off. Really up promote that. So if you have any questions, please shoot me a message below. I'm more than willing to help because group sessions are a really, really great way to get your product or your service out there. Now, if you'd like to get my group sessions course for 45% off, you go to the link below and just use the code group discount. So that means you'll get it for like $20, I think it is. So that's massively saving. And especially when you think about it, like one person in a group session, they're going to pay more than $20 for your group session. So this is an absolute steal. And in that group session course, there's heaps of stuff. You get all the PDFs, you get all the templates, you get the whole kit and caboodle of how to work out your program and get it launched within about 30 days. So it's super easy and very minimal stress. It's all set out step by step. So if there's anything that you would like me to do a video on, please let me know, because you guys are the drivers of this content and what it is that you feel you need to get your business up and running either locally or online. So just let me know. So next week's episode is all about difficult clients. So it doesn't matter whether you're a hypnotherapist or a hairdresser, beautician, maybe you're an animal walker or something like that, you're going to come across difficult clients. So join me next week for episode 4 on difficult clients. Click on the link below to get the group sessions that rock course, or if you want to book in with a mentoring session with me, jump on the other link and book on a 30-minute session with us. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Have fun. Bye-bye.